Hello. Here today, I feel like I've shown it 8 times already, but I'm showing the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento. This will show up clear in all 3 parts of the video when it's all stitched together. So I'm here to kind of stitch the 3 parts together and show you the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento. So first let's look at the thumbnail. And there's the thumbnail, which has the Seeker card, which is the Fool card. And underneath it, you can kind of see the copyright. That's the title card. And then where it says as above, so below, that's the bottom of the box. And beside that is the guidebook, 160-page guidebook that's with it. And to the right of the guidebook is the box itself, which you also see more clearly in the videos. And then there's the rest of the deck. So you can kind of see it's a thick one. It'd probably help if I had a ruler, huh? But don't have a ruler. So what I'm going to do now is be quiet and start part 1, which is a single card flip through. So here goes. Here we go. Good afternoon. I just wanted to show another deck. Haven't done this in a while, but I'm still going to continue with the format where I show a single card flip through followed by a more at a glance view of the majors and then the minors. So today I'm going to show the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento. That's the thumbnail image you're looking at there. So let me get rid of that and we'll see the box. There's the box, which when it came with this thank you card, which is nice of her. It says, Dear Chris, thank you, filled in LUA Tarot, best wishes, Marie. I think I've had several of her things in the past. I do remember the Divine Muses Oracle. Comes in this fancy Ziploc bag thing. So let me pick it up without being too wobbly here and show you the box. That's the cover, the top, the right, the left, quickly, the bottom, because it's pretty much the same all over except for the little birds right there. And on the back, it's got the name of the deck. And this is a black and white tarot, which I like. And if I recall, and I'll try to remember to link to her video, but this is digital collage. So I'm not sure if it's done with Photoshop or how. And it says there are 78 cards because there's an alternative card for judgment, a title card, and an instruction book. DivineMuses.net 2020 Marie Bento. So there's 3 cards there on the back. Evolution, the Seeker, the Star. You can see those. I'll try to hold that for a few seconds. Then we'll open it. It's one of those kind that open like this. And if I recall, there's an image in the cover. Looks like a Medusa-like. So I'll put that out of the way and we'll dump this out. And on the inside of the bottom, I believe there is also a image, as above, so below, with some Latin, which I won't bother to translate for you. Here is the book. Let's see how many pages is this book. 160 pages. There's 158. There's the artist, designer, creator, whatever you want to say. So that's a pretty chunky book for a guidebook. Here is the, I guess, the art card or copyright card. I forget what she called it. What did she call it? A title card. It's a title card. Let's see if I can get this back to where it was. So that's the title card. There's what the backs look like. I'll put it down, hopefully, so you can see. A little catty cornered, but hey, I think it's reversible. It looks reversible, first glance anyway. So there's the title card. And let's see, it's not straight. There we go. Here comes typically the Fool. In this deck, it's called the Seeker. Now let me make sure that's in the light and visible. I think it's pretty good. These are thick cardstock. I don't know the GSM, but just to give you an idea, if that's showing up, that's a pretty thick deck. No edging, no borders. Very nice. Borders on the back, though. Here is the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor. It seems to, everything seems to fit together well for collage. It's like the parts that you might want to pay attention to seem to pop out, which is different for a black and white deck. I mean, it's clear to see, I guess I'm trying to say. Here's the Lovers. Here's the Chariot. Here's Strength. And this is definitely multi-peopled. I'll say it that way. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged One instead of the Hanged Man. There's Death. 889 on the robe. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon, one of my favorite cards. I mean, not sure that one is, but typically the Moon is one of my favorite cards. That's interesting. The Sun. Judgment with an E. And here's the alternatives. The first one in the deck I got was Evolution. And then more typical, The World. Now, that's the majors. Let's go into the minors. First up is the Wands. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 4. 5. 6. 7. Definitely Rider-Waite-Smith. 8. 9. 10. Page. The Knight. The Queen. Cat. And the King of Wands. Next up are the cups. This is the Ace of Cups. Very nice. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then the Page. And the Knight. And the Queen. And the King, who looks kind of young. Okay, that's okay. Up next is the Swords. Here's the Ace of Swords. 2. That's a nice card. 3. 4. Whoops. 4. Sorry. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. There's the Page. The Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. And then our last suit is coins in this one, not pentacles, but coins. Ace of coins. 2 of coins. 3 of coins. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And a page of coins. The Knight of Coins, interesting. Queen of Coins. And lastly, the King of Coins. And that was a single card flip through of the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento in 2020. So that ends part 1. With that, I say peace. Okay, I think I'm back. Yep. Welcome back. Can't see the candle, the pretend fire, but it's a nice one. It puts out some heat too. And a painting for today's video. Now we're going to go on to part 2, which I'm going to refer to as just the majors and minors at a glance. Like at least 7 cards beside each other in multiple rows. So here we go with part 2. Enjoy. Good afternoon again. This is part 2 of me showing the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento. That's the thumbnail from this video again. So let's go to what, for lack of a better term, I'll just call at a glance cards instead of a single flip through. What you see there is almost all of the major arcana. First, I'll show that that's the card I got with the package. I showed this before, just a thank you card. Nice to get. And here's the box, which I kind of showed before for the LUA Tarot. I'll just read this back here. LUA features black and white tarot cards created using 19th century engravings of landscapes and people from around the globe. Includes 78 tarot cards, an alternative judgment card called Evolution. Oh, this is the alternative to Judgment. Okay, I got that in the wrong spot then, but I'll correct that later. A title card, which is this, I believe. Title card, 2020, Marie Bento. As the backs, we'll show them in a second. And a comprehensive instruction book. And it's one of those kind of boxes that just pulls up. It's very slippery, so it's kind of not sticking. And inside the bottom, you see as above, so below, and something that looks like Latin with 2 owls and a cauldron and a moon, a crescent moon over here, what looks like a Medusa of some kind. The head of Medusa, anyway. So that's the box. There it is. There it is. Top, bottom, right, left. And that was the card. I'll show the backs since they're the same. They have borders, but the cards themselves, as you can see there, do not have borders, which is nice. And it is reversible, I believe. Here is, and I'll put this on the box if I can find the middle here. That's the Seeker or the Fool card. Notice in the majors, major arcana, there are no numbers, which is a little different, but that's fine with me. I do like black and white decks. So let's see. So you can see the backs without wobbly. There we go. So let's put this over here, kind of out of the way. And there's the book, which I showed in part 1, and being 160 pages, a little less than that, but you know. And it has bibliography, which is good to see. No index. Has keywords for all the cards, each of the cards. Astrology keywords. That's interesting. Yet back here it calls the seeker the fool. That's also interesting. Yes, no, maybe, unclear, neutral. So there's quite a bit of extra stuff in there. So someday I will get around to reading it. I'll admit I haven't read it yet. But that's the book for the LUA Tarot. And here are the major arcana laid out in 3 rows of 7, like I like to see them. And let's look for a second. I always look for one of my favorite cards, the Moon card. That's an interesting one. And I got this wrong in the first video, but that's okay. Evolution is actually an alternative for judgment. So let's see what that looks like for a little bit. If you were using that instead. The devil is pan-like. Or appears that way. Death is interesting looking. So there we have it. It's very Rider-Waite Smith, except for, no numbers. So why don't we cover these up and bring in the next ones. I think I can just cover it, get it out of the way. Here we go. Excuse the noise of me rolling around in the chair. Let's see if I can get that in there. That looks pretty good, right? This is the first suit, the Wands. The Ace through the King. Interesting. Okay. Here come the cups. Excuse the chair rolling noise if that shows up. I don't think it does, but maybe. The cups. Let's look for King of Cups. Seems a bit young, as was pointed out to me. These cards could have been other things. It's like almost a tower or moon. Interesting. So that's the cups. Here come the swords. Let me make sure. See, now that to me that could have been a moon card in a way. That's a nice card though. That's a nice card. I'm not sure about this part here. Our last suit is not pentacles, but called coins in this deck, which is fine. Oops, one of them moved. Ace of coins through the King of coins. So that was the majors and minors for the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento. And with that, I will say peace. Oop, I think I'm back before I thought I was back. Now we're going to go on to part 3, which is where I kind of show the cards in a spread or something like a reading, but it's not really a reading. In this case, I might have babbled on for too long, but that's okay. It happens when you've been doing this tarot stuff for quite a while. You get a bit more playful with it, I guess, in my case. So, but here goes, and I'll be back shortly. Hello again, or good afternoon again. This is part 3 of me showing the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento. In part 3, I just kind of want to show the cards in like a reading situation. In this case, it's just a 5-card spread, which remarkable to me is very similar, if not the same, as a spread me and a friend, Linda, did the other day. It might be off here, but I seem to remember swords, a lot of swords. There's 4 swords here, 6, 5, 3, knight. And then the transition or transformation card, death, if you want to look at it that way. But I remember noticing that, you see a lot of the 5-card spreads are spiritually related, or what is it? How do you say it? People say internal work. But, there's a lot of spreads. They can mean whatever you want them to mean. But I just noticed that there was a decrease in, if you want to say, swords or thoughts, or some sort of inner turmoil. And then that transformed into something that's more forward. Anyway, this is just not a reading or anything. It's just to show the cards, how they may appear in some spread. So with that, I will say peace and stitch all of these videos together. Enjoy. Welcome back. I think as I watched that video back just then, I can't hear it, but I watched it back, and I think the word I was looking for the Knight of Swords was decisive, maybe? I think. Anyway, it wasn't a reading. It was just letting you see how the cards look and some spread from my tarot memory bank. There's, it's 1,000 something. So that was a look at, in multiple ways, of the LUA Tarot by Marie Bento in 2020. You can find it on divinemuses.net. I think that's where I got it. Who knows? Got too many decks. Haven't been keeping up with showing them. I'm going to try to, I think. If I feel like it. It's winter. Can't be outside all day. So with that, I will say peace. And I hope everyone who celebrates such a day enjoyed and had a happy Thanksgiving. With that, I say peace.